Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you watch this channel. Now, allow me to take you back to the interview that was conducted at Rigathi Gachagua's residence in Karen. And in that interview, Rigathi Gachagua exposed a plan that has been hatched in Mount Kenya through a peace caravan kind of rally that is supposed to market KINDIKI. That peace caravan is being financed by the people in State House based on Rigathi Gachagua's statements. And
where I sit, we have discussed with many people and we are clear in our mind. Some peace caravans had been organized within the Mount Kenya region with musicians to go around to try to entice the people to give favor to the president and his deputy, who are not doing very well in the region for now. And when people asked, why are you sending peace caravans? There is peace in the Mount Kenya region. Send these peace caravans to Baringo, send them to West, send them to Baragoi.
So that's why you find that the story of Murang'a County, where that peace rally was also conducted, a rally that Rigathi Gachagua get crushed, and you know what happened. The story is out there, the public domain. People left the moment Rigathi Gachagua exited the scene. Now back to this explosive interview with Rigathi Gachagua. There's a tweet that Wahome Thuku has actually posted reacting to that exact plan. The plan to probably market KINDIKI. But according to Wahome Thuku's plan, tweet, he says that that plan is not going to work, that the people in the mountain are not ready for KINDIKI. So I'll take you through this explosive tweet, but before I do that, please like this video. It is so important if you like this video because that is the only way YouTube shares our content. Subscribe to our channel if you're not subscribed before, and to existing subscribers, thank you so much for making this channel grow. So without wasting time, let me dive into this tweet from Wahome Thuku. And this is what Wahome Thuku says. There is a narrative starting and being top-dressed that Uhuru Kenyatta is about to endorse and donate leadership to KINDIKI. First, I don't know what exactly Uhuru would donate to another person. I thought KINDIKI was sworn in at KICC, so which other leadership would be donated to him? Or is it Mount Kenya kingpinship? I thought we are done with tribal regional leadership since we are now patriots since September. Ama tumeona haiwezi work. Get it plainly. KINDIKI can't get into the hearts of the mountaineers, even if he was decorated by a million bloggers. In fact, they spoil it for him unless he is victimized by the regime and goes through by baptism by fire. My people hate that kind of hand-picked leadership. They value struggle. They have no time for presidential nominees. We have 7 cabinet ministers and we feel them zero. We have a DP whose condolences can't be read even in a village burial or his name mentioned in a university graduation convention. That is the truth, and he knows it. He told the president as much last week at State House. Let him test the waters by selling William anywhere in Mount Kenya. Leadership is not a beauty pageantry, where a beauty queen is selected behind the curtains, presented to cheering crowd, and they endorse her. KINDIKI was a good CS and probably a good bowing vice president, and that's all. That's why we pay him a salary every month plus allowances, nothing more. You may ask what's special about Mount Kenya. Well, maybe Uhuru will endorse him as a leader of Mount Elgon. Right now, Uhuru is in our hearts, with or without a constitutional office, and that love will never die, even when he is gone. But that love can't be donated or shared like fire of cigarette. That love is planted and nurtured painfully. You know, that is what Wahome Thuku shared. It's a very, very long tweet, yes, but it carries itself a lot of message there. But the bottom line in this tweet is that there is a deliberate plan for the handlers in State House to use the popularity of Uhuru Kenyatta and probably donate that popularity to Kithure Kindiki. That's why you find that there's this plan of the peace caravan, the one that Rigathi Gachagua was telling you about. There are people in State House, and I think Rigathi was trying to mention someone like Moses Kuria. He said an advisor, who are being used to make sure that this plan works. How are they doing it? It's by conducting rallies, peace rallies, using a musician, and I'm not going to mention the name, but there's a musician that is being used because of his popularity to try to, push the agenda of Kithure Kindiki in the mountain. Have you ever asked yourself how comes Kithure Kindiki has not gone to Kiambu, not gone to Murang'a? Why hasn't he gone to areas like Kirinyaga? Why? Why is it only Embu, Tharaka Nithi? Why? What is the reason behind this? Have you asked yourself those questions? Of course, you could have asked yourself those questions previously, but the best explanation to this is that what Wahome Thuku has said about the mountaineers, they are not ready for someone who has not struggled for a position. Like, for example, like this case of Kithure Kindiki. We all know that Kithure Kindiki is the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya and not Rigathi Gachagua. We know that Rigathi Gachagua is the former Deputy President, but now it is Kithure Kindiki. That is what we already know. But if you look at, for instance, Rigathi Gachagua back then, he was the Deputy President, but then he could tour each and every place within the mountain. Of course, we will all agree that that the Deputy President, the former, Rigathi Gachagua, was always in the mountain, but he could traverse all the counties there without fearing for anything. But Kithure Kindiki can't do that right now. Maybe we could say that we could also defend Kithure Kindiki maybe this way. Say that he doesn't want to paint himself as a Mount Kenya kingpin. He doesn't want to do that. But you see, him not wanting to be a Mount Kenya kingpin will work to his disadvantage. He will be weak, very, very weak. Why? Because he needs a block. He needs a block. He needs that Mount Kenya block. He needs it. So then how does he get the Mount Kenya block? He must be a villager, just like Rigathi Gachagua. That's why sometimes, I'm not saying that I support Rigathi Gachagua. In fact, the previous engagements, how he used to make his own statements previously, I also didn't like the way he used to mistreat the people of Azimio. I didn't like the fact that he mistreated Maina Njenga, and is the reason why probably Maina Njenga was arrested. I don't like the fact that Rigathi Gachagua did that. But let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen. Kithure Kindiki must be a villager, just like Rigathi Gachagua, for him to salvage that block in his wing. If he doesn't do that, Rigathi is going to still own the whole of Mount Kenya as his own self-declared kingpin. The issue of Mount Kenya kingpin is still something that is bothering all these people. We all know that the mountain welcomed William Ruto, and Uhuru allowed it. And then William Ruto was so much entrenched in the mountains to a level whereby now you could not remove him from there. But now, ever since Rigathi Gachagua became the deputy president, Rigathi Gachagua has been trying to wrestle this Mount Kenya from William Ruto. And looking at the way things are unfolding, it's evident that Rigathi has successfully wrestled the mountain from William Ruto. That's why you find out that this kind of chaos that are coming up, all the time now these days, all these chaos are to try to snatch the Mount Kenya from Rigathi Gachagua into the faction that is led by William Ruto. And that is where the problem lies. The expectation was that maybe Kithure Kindiki would have easily, wrestled it, but it's appearing as if that is not going to work. That's why you find out that this talks about, one, peace caravans being deployed, all this to make sure that there is some kind of peace. And that's why Rigathi is asking a very crucial question here, ladies and gentlemen. What's the need of having peace caravan in Mount Kenya? Whereas we know there are areas that these things are supposed to be channeled to, are places like Baragoi, places like Turukana, places like Samburu, castle rustling areas where there are a lot of banditry attacks. Those are the areas where these things should be channeled to. And he's saying that in Mount Kenya, there is no insecurity to call for peace caravans, peace rallies to be in Mount Kenya. These peace rallies are a plan by the incumbent members of parliament who feel threatened by Rigathi Gachagua's influence to try to counter that growing influence of Rigathi Gachagua. It's not going to work for them. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to rest my case there. What do you think about this latest development coming from Wahome Thuku, the statement there, reacting to the plan, secret plan by the State House handlers to coerce or rather to make Uhuru Kenyatta donate power, or which kind of power? That is a question. But donate power to KINDIKI. Of course, donate leadership like Kingpin to, to pronounce that KINDIKI is the Kingpin of the mountain. That is what I think the tweet talks about. Now, perhaps if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.